Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm here to read you a wonderful story. This story is called Octopus Hug. And look at that family having an octopus hug. If you've never seen an octopus hug in your family before, I think that's kind of what it looks like. What do you think? So this story is by Laurence Pringle, and it's illustrated by Kate Sally Palmer. So let's go ahead and see what's going to happen in this silly story, okay? Octopus Hug. Goodbye, Jessie. Goodbye, Becky. My mother was going out to have dinner with a friend. Dad was taking care of my sister and me. Mom kissed us all goodbye. After she left, I began to feel sad and grumpy. Becky and I began to fight. Dad asked, "How many arms does an octopus have?" 8, I said. Well, he said, "You're about to be hugged by an octopus." He wrapped 2 arms around my middle. 1, 2, he counted. Then he moved 1 arm and wrapped it around my legs. 3, he wrapped the other around my head. 4. Dad's arms kept moving and hugging. 5, 6, 7, 8. Finally, the octopus gave me a big squeeze and let me go. Look at all the fun they're having. They're like wrestling and hugging, and they're having so much fun. Loving each other, aren't they? Then we sat on Dad's lap in the rocking chair, and he started to sing a lullaby. But Becky did not feel like singing. Instead of singing Rockabye Baby, Dad sang Rockabye Sweetie Pies. When he sang the part about the bow breaking and the cradle and the sweetie pies coming down, we had a big surprise. What do you think is going to happen? We all fell out of the chair and onto the floor. There's something wrong with this chair, Daddy said. Let's try it again. Uh-oh. It looks like there might be something wrong with that chair. This time we all sang. At the end of the song, the chair tossed us out again. Dad tried another song that he called "She'll Be Falling Round the Mountain When She Comes." As we stopped singing, sure enough, we all fell on the floor. Dad figured out why this happened. Whenever we sang a song about falling, he explained, the chair made us fall onto the rug. We rocked and sang and fell on the floor many times. Then we all laid down and rested. But not for long. Our strange rocking chair had reminded me of another game we play with Dad. Let's play tree, I said. Oh my goodness, what are they doing? Dad knelt on the rug and held his hands at his sides, palms up like low tree limbs. I put a foot on each limb, and he lifted the limbs high enough for me to climb up on his shoulders to the top of the tree. Then Dad made a whistling sound like the wind. The tree started to sway, first one way, then the other. The wind blew harder, and the tree began to fall. Dad yelled, "Timber!" The tree fell toward the couch, and we landed on the sofa cushions. Soon the tree stood again with its low limbs, ready for another climber. "Be a monster," said Becky, when she grew tired of the tree game. Dad growled. "Now I have you," he said as he held Becky's shoulders down on the rug, but he left her free to reach his chest. She pushed with all her might and sent the monster tumbling backwards. He caught us again and again. We were strong enough to escape from the monster every time. As Dad lay flat on his back, I thought of another game. I yelled, "Put a quarter in!" Oh my goodness. What are they going to do with their daddy this time? Becky and I scrambled onto Dad's stomach and chest. He pretended he was a writing machine, like the ones at the supermarket. He opened his mouth, and I pretended to put a quarter in to start the machine. The writing machine rose and began to sway and bounce. It moved from side to side and up and down. Soon it tipped us off on the rug. It kept moving, and we tried to get back on. Just as I clambered aboard, it shut down. I let Becky get on too, and then we put in another quarter. That looks like a really silly game, doesn't it? I've never played that game before. What's next? Another wild ride began. After several rides, the machine broke down. It would not move. I think this happens because Dad gets tired. What do you think? Does your daddy get tired too? Uh-oh, what's going to happen next? Dad went to get a drink of water. When he returned, he pretended to stumble over Becky on the rug. "Those kids," he said. "They always leave their toys around the house." I almost fell over one of Becky's stuffed animals. Wait a minute, is she a stuffed animal? Is he being silly again? He picked up Becky and dropped her among her stuffed animals on her bed. I hurried to lie down in the path so he could pretend to trip over me too. "Another one," Dad said. He picked me up, slung me over his shoulder, and tossed me onto my bed. Becky and I raced to sprawl on the floor again and again. Dad kept tripping over us. He complained about the dolls and stuffed animals on the floor and carried us back to our beds again and again. "Now," said Dad, "it's really time to get ready for bed." He promised us one more game when we were ready to settle down for the night. Oh, looks like they're getting ready, huh? Oh my goodness, what is this game? Look at that. When Dad came to my bed, I asked for an animal bridge. I lay on my stomach under the covers. "A mouse," said Dad, and Dad's fingers scampered over my body from my feet to my head. "A frog." His hand hop, hop, hopped over the animal bridge. I asked for other animals, a cat, a snake, even an elephant. Then Mom returned. She came in to say goodnight. Becky was already asleep. "How did it go?" she asked. "Did you have a good time with Daddy?" "Yes," I said. "We played animal bridge and pretended to be toys out on the floor, and Dad had to pick us up, and we played put a quarter in, and monster, and tree, and rockabye sweetie pies, and octopus hug." Mom laughed. "What on earth is an octopus hug?" she asked. So Dad gave her one. The end. That daddy sounds pretty wonderful, just like your daddy's, doesn't he? It looks like they love to play games together. I think you should find your daddy when he has a minute, when he's done with work, and see if maybe you can play a silly game with him too. All right? Because you guys love each other so much, and you should play together as much as you can, because I know you love it, and I know Daddy loves it too. And sometimes, just like at the end of our story, maybe Mommy can come join you. All right, boys and girls, I hope you have a fabulous day. I love you very much. Take care and be good, okay?